Welcome to 10-minute yoga for hip flexibility. Let's begin this practice seated in cross-legged position. Sit up nice and tall and take a moment to check in with your body. Notice how your hips and lower back feel in this position. Notice if there is any feeling of tightness in the area around your hips, inner thighs and outer hips. We'll come back to this position at the end of the practice, so you can notice if 10 minutes of practice make a difference in your body. But slowly uncross your legs, place your feet wide on the ground, and begin to lower your knees side to side. Try to bring the knees all the way down to the mat. Just a little windshield wiper move to warm up the hip joints. Let's do one more round. And then bring your knees up to center. Come to your hands and knees. And step your left foot forward to the outer edge of your mat so that the hands come to the inside. You can keep your right knee down on the mat or lift it up for more intensity. Gently push your hips down towards the floor while lifting your chest up. If you need more space, you can place yoga blocks under your hands. Notice where you feel the stretch in lizard pose. It's probably on the front of your back leg, on your hip flexors, and maybe also somewhere on the inner thighs of the front leg, on the groin. Take one more big breath here. And then slowly bring your left leg back and step your right foot forward to the outer edge of the mat. Choose the variation on this side. Your knee can be down or lifted. And then hold there. Concentrate on the breath. Keep pushing the hips down, lifting the chest. Notice if this side feels different. Maybe it's more flexible or more tight. Maybe you feel a deeper stretch or less stretch on this side. One last big breath in lizard pose. And then slowly release this position. Step your foot back, tuck your toes under and lift your hips for downward facing dog, just to transition into pigeon pose. Bring your left knee forward behind your left wrist. Find a comfortable angle for your left shin. Push your hips a little back and down. Take one big inhale, lifting the chest. And with exhale, lower down to your forearms. Or maybe all the way down, release your forehead to the mat. And stay here for a few breaths. Notice the stretch in the left outer hip on the glutes. Imagine sending your breath there, trying to relax that muscle even more. Slowly come up to your hands, tuck your back toes in, step back to downward facing dog. And then bring your right leg forward, knee behind the wrist. Adjust your hips so they are on the same level. Take one big inhale to lift your chest, create space in the upper body. And exhale, bend forward, come down to your forearms. Or take any other comfortable position and stay here. You can also notice here if there is a difference between your left and right. One last breath in Pigeon. And then slowly come up. Come back to downward facing dog. Walk your feet a couple of times to release some tension. And then lower your knees down. We are moving into frog pose. Slide your knees out until you feel some stretch on the inner thighs and groin. Keep your knees in line with your hips. Feet slightly flexed. Rock back and forth a couple of times to find that good stretch on the inner thighs. And if your knees hurt here, you can always turn to the other side of the mat so that your knees are on the mat. When you're ready, you can come down to your forearms and breathe here. Trying to relax more into this position. Let your knees slide a little bit wider. This is a very intense stretch for many people, so try not to force it, but rather let your body get used to the pose. Let it relax into the position. Take one more breath here. And then slowly come up to your hands, bring your knees together and bring your legs forward. Cross your legs another way around, so not the one that you usually do, not the one that feels natural and comfortable. And move your hips slightly back so that the shins are almost parallel. Place your hands on the knees, flex your feet. With inhale, lift your chest. Exhale, bend forward over your legs. Pull in your chest forward. And when you cannot go any further, you can allow your upper back to round, relax your head and neck. And stay here. Try to relax your body a bit more with each exhale. And then slowly with your next inhale, come out of the pose. Cross your legs comfortably again, just like we did at the beginning. And notice if you feel any difference. Maybe it feels like there is a little more space in the hips. Maybe sitting cross-legged is more comfortable. Thank you for practicing with me today. Don't forget to give this video a thumbs up if you enjoyed it. I will see you next time. Bye!